Black is just a colour. A colour that signifies that there's an absence of light, but doesn't symbolise that there's an absence of life. Just because it doesn't appear bright, and just because bad things happen at night, it's automatically associated with things that aren't right. White is just a colour, or rather, the presence of all colours, blending together in the formation of purity, mixing together in the creation of harmony, but blemishes and impurities are not very hard to see. You see, we live in a world, a society, where everything is perceived to be something different to what it's meant to be. Yes, black is easy to manage, but that doesn't mean that he's lagging or she can be treated like excess baggage, and personally, I wouldn't have it, because that's not who I am. It's like these attributes are labels on me, just because that's what's seen on me, just because that's what eyes can see. It's sad how some don't realise and can't recognise that there's more to one than they can see with the eyes sticking to their prejudgment and stereotypical lies, and fail to identify the truth inside, because the truth hurts. When we blow away the dust and brush away the dirt, we can discover all the quirks, his intrinsic worth, instead of being stopped and searched on his way to work because he looks like the type of person to be immersed in the wrong type of work. For all they knew, he could be a nurse, helping people get better when they feel worse, but they assumed he was one to steal from his mother's purse before he could even say his first words, like a curse from birth. These labels and misperceptions, stereotypes and assumptions have put her in a position where people's expectations have become her vocation. Their outlook on life is found within her opinions. She's expected to take her inspiration from the actions of previous generations. But if she wants to stand proud and reach beyond her limitations, and if she wants to stand out and reach out to the nations, she's instantly bombarded with vilification from the left and the right. There's verbal vituperation being slammed with the term cultural appropriation, violation, simply because she came to the realization that she wants to be successful too.
Why is such an Oreo? Only white people do the things you do.
Well, I'm sorry I can't talk like I'm well educated and surround myself with people who know where they're headed and eat rice and chicken with a knife and fork, basic etiquette. No, it's not the white thing to do, it's the right thing to do, and I'm not sorry if that bothers you. But to be honest, colour shouldn't determine who is who, but rather we should form our character based on what we say and do, not on what is expected of you, or her, or him. His way of living was dictated by what the media were giving. To him it seemed like they were building it up, bridging that gap, but they were deceiving. Only cared about the quotas they were fulfilling and the boxes they were ticking, using that one black guy for filming so he could exit the scene, singing or screaming, dancing or barely breathing. Just another way to get high ratings while avoiding confrontations. And when I copy these actions as a way to fit in because that's the only celebrity I can associate with, before I know it I'm paying penance for sinning, praying and hoping, but the High Court is unforgiving. Here I am, filling in those papers at the station, and I'm finally seeing. Seeing is believing. Believing you're winning when you're actually losing. Losing the plot, losing the game, simply because she didn't know how to play, didn't know the rules. But the only rule was the majority rules. So for her, she could only win if she paid the fee, sacrificing her individuality. Her natural hair and beauty were seen as too unique, so she had to cover it up with weave and treat her skin with bleach, deny her ethnicity, just to upgrade from the minority and be treated like the queen that she's always been. Should she have to believe that in order to achieve her dreams and be who she wants to be, she has to forsake her identity and follow somebody else's lead? I'm not looking to play the blame game or name and shame, but I just want to say that although it may seem like the situation has changed, honestly, everything is still exactly the same. You are the same as me. We all live and breathe, get cut and bleed. We let superficial factors stand in between, but what's the need? What it means to be you is what it means to be me. What does it mean to be me? What does it mean to be black? It's as simple as A, B, C. A, B, C. always believing, constantly dreaming, encouraging future generations, hope, inspiration. Just knowing limitations mean nothing. Opportunities produce queens, reputable singularity through unity and victory will exhibit young zeal.